Namaste, Jai Bharat. The US had sacked their army chief and some other important officers for disobeying the president, obviously. Disobedience is a court-martial offense. Disobeying the lawful command of a superior officer is definitely a court-martial offense. The conflict is this. The US Army Chief was telling that this war is unnecessary, you spend a lot of money, and that's a waste of money. And President Trump's position is this, that I am not the one who is spending so much of time for war, it's only 30 plus days. Whereas, who fought in Vietnam for several years? Who fought in Afghanistan for several years? Second World War, First World War, how many years we fought? And that time why nobody has raised a finger against the president, then president. Now just for 30 days while you are raising finger against me, it's my decision. And war is not business. I don't know whether he said it or not, but this is what he most likely implied. War is no business where you don't calculate profit and loss. On the other hand, Trump is an excellent trader. He knows how to make money out of war, and he does that. That's parallel point. But then when he speaks about this, war is not a business where you go about making money. That is the prestige, self-esteem, and name, fame, integrity, everything of the country. So there you don't compromise anything for the sake of anything. That's his position. So he sacked them. Nonetheless, US is US suffers much in this war. But again, you see, whatever money is lost for US is peanut for them. It's not serious actually. They are in debt. They have serious debt, but they are also capable of managing their debts. They are powerful, undoubtedly, biggest military power, undoubtedly, technologically, everything. They are in a very, very good position. That's true. They are still number one world, absolutely no doubt about it. But that doesn't mean that others are inferior. That point is always there. That doesn't mean that others are inferior or less competent. They may be number one. They may be capable, but others may be sometimes more capable than them. And in spite of history, they might be placed now in a different position. Who's that? Antonio Gramsci? Who said this? Or Neruda? I'm just forgetting. I am defeated for the time being, but history is making my tide for me. No, this is just by the way of remembering poetry. And with all those things, Iran had downed to F-15. F-15 is not a small aircraft. F-15 is not an inferior aircraft. It's a very powerful fighter. Subsonic though, but faster subsonic. It's not necessary that you must always have supersonic fighters. Because where speed is needed, then there only speed counts. For these kind of aircraft, for which purpose it is made, I don't know. I do not know. That speed must have been sufficient. So it's a fast subsonic aircraft. Two of them were downed by Iran, and they claim that one pilot is missing, one pilot is caught, something like that, but still the equations don't match. F-15, if I'm not wrong, are piloted by two pilots. So 2 plus 2 plus 4. 2 plus 2 is equal 4. If there are two F-15s, there should be 4 pilots. One is under their captivity and one is missing. I don't know about other two, maybe. I don't know. These equations don't match. But the story says that 2 F-15s were down. How Iran has put them down, nobody knows. Quite possible. Someone is firing a missile from shoulder can also down an aircraft if he is in the right position and etc. etc. But this doesn't mean that it makes any difference to US. But the number of aircraft US lost in this 30 days is somewhere nearing 20, not cross 20. Must be between 15 and 18. which of course is a loss, though it doesn't affect US. I am repeating, it doesn't affect US. They are large enough, big enough to manage all those things. They have serious debt, but they are capable of managing it. So it will not show. It will not directly affect them. They have time and machinery to manage those things. So this is the Iran war story. And I do not know what Iran plans. I think there is no one in Iran today who loves Iran. There is no one in Iran today, those who's concerned of their nation and the people. A statesman, go back to Aristotle, and even Plato, and even Socrates, Pythagoras, of course. A statesman must know, must feel for his state and the people of the state. But if the ruler does not feel so, then the fate of those people are absolutely sealed and closed. So what I feel in Iran is there is no one in Iran who wants to live for Iran, who loves the society of Iran. There is no single person like that. And there are different groups who are just fighting, keeping emotions in front, and maybe religion, radicalism is there with them always in front of them. They are fighting a losing war. They are fighting a shadow war, obviously. In the long run, they can continue for some time. I don't know for how long, but can continue. In the long time, in the long run, they would lose. And once they lose, there will be nothing left among the dust and ashes to pick up. That is going to be the situation. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat.